Well, Melanie, I am overqualified for this job.
Are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No.
PowerPoint?
No.
Publisher?
Not really. Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know, the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people, like my parents.
The particular edit was correcting the spelling of hamster to hamster. Now, I'm going to give you to read the spelling. She spelled it, the employee spelled it H-A-M-P-S-T-E-R. Now, that is not what the word is, obviously. It's hamster, H-A-M-S-T-E-R.
I'll just ask Siri.
You'll just ask Siri?
You know, Siri tell me this, Siri find me that. We're all good getting you the answers.
There you go, champ.
I don't know what this is for.
Don't you need a trophy anytime you... anything?
You've given me no guidance, no validation, no encouragement, no supervision. Is there an HR director somewhere?
A minute later, her phone rings. It was her mom.
That kind of doesn't work for me. Who gets up at 8?
I learned to spell it with a P, and that's how I spell it.
Gen Z and millennials are leading the big quit in 2023.
Okay. She bursts into tears and wants her mom to call her boss.
I don't do the internet.
Okay, that is the third time you have said that this interview, and it also says so on this homemade job application.
And tell her not to be mean about telling her how to spell words like hamster.
Oh my.
Gen Z, Millennials, Gen X, and Boomers.
Can they all work together happily?
Okay.
You said 8, right?
Yes.
8 like in the morning 8?
Less likely than prior generations of workers to go along with long hours.
The bye-bye generation. They'd rather leave a company than actually address the conflict.
I bet you're a vegan.
Yeah, because I'm not a monster.
And how true is it that millennials work less, or that Gen Zs are even worse?
You're hired.
I quit.
Dad?
Could be the most serious recession in decades.
Can't look at it after you buy it. It's so horrible.
But we've had an 8-day losing streak in the Dow.
Traders say this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets.
The 2008 crisis not only left thousands of people without a home or without a job, it made entire world economies tank. If you're a millennial, you are probably in your 20s and looking for your first job during the 2008 crisis. And
look at who you guys voted for.
Yeah, that's right. I voted.
Boomers borrowed a lot of money, a lot. Here's the GDP to debt ratio, right when the last boomers were born in 1966. And here's how debt has risen since boomers have taken hold of political and economical decisions.
I do.
I Skype with my French boyfriend in Paris until like 3 in the morning. I don't even get to Starbucks until like 10, where I order my grande chai tea latte, 3 pumps, skim milk, light water, 2% foam, extra hot, but not too hot. So if it's okay, I work best in the morning at 10:45.
Gen Zers, according to Karen Kimbrough, the chief economist at LinkedIn, they're more passionate about finding a job that aligns with their personal values. And they're confident that switching jobs will help them get there.
Became of age with no jobs and no homes and no savings.
More than half of U.S. workers, the number is actually 61%, are considering leaving their jobs in 2023.
And millions of millennials and Gen Zs saw their parents lose their jobs. 25 to 30% of millennials still live with their parents because they just can't afford a place of their own. And so it's not entirely strange that millennials value other things, like a job that motivates them or one that aligns with their values. There is a good chance that we millennials will continue to work our asses off for the rest of our lives.
Microsoft, they are cutting jobs. 150,000 tech workers have been laid off in 2022 alone.
We're in the middle of one of the largest layoffs in the tech world in decades, but just a few months ago, things were very, very different.
There is purpose in work beyond a paycheck. And this younger generation does long for a connection in their work.
All right, guys, who took my Sheryl Crow album?
Gen X.
the burnout generation.
Anxiety, work ethic, and even childhood.
We're told that everything is great. Why don't I feel good?
Last year, over half of millennials reporting having burnout, while 58% of already working Gen Zs are feeling the same.
So of all of the generations, Gen Z, Millennials, Gen X, and Boomers, it was Gen Z planning to call it quits.
It shouldn't be a surprise that we now cherish work-life balance because that kind of seems like all we have left. If we're going to spend that much time at work, 61% of millennials believe that they'll never be able to retire, a lesson that has made a dent on Gen Zs, who in Western countries, for example, have become one of the highest saving generations around.
America needs carpenters and plumbers and more people in the trades. And employers are having a hard time. They got the need, but they're having a hard time finding them. Why? Well, the application rate for young people seeking technical jobs like plumbing, building, electrical work, George, has dropped by 49%